welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
Lori's still on vacation.
How many times have we said that? 3?
I think
this is our 3rd.
I think it's our 4th, to be honest with you.
It is our 4th because she was gone. By the time she gets back, she'll be gone 14 days.
Yep. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Jealous. I'm very jealous.
For sure. She's having a good time. So at first she was away with her friend, and now she met up with her father and her brother. So she's getting some nice family time, which is always nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some would you rathers.
Okay.
Would you rather be obscenely wealthy and very unhealthy, or in perfect health and penniless?
Perfect health and penniless.
Me
no
too.
doubt. Not even a question.
That was an easy one, right?
Yep.
Would you rather give away all of your money or all of your belongings?
Well, the joke's on anyone who wants all of my money. So I guess I'll give away all of my money.
Good point.
They just can't touch future earnings.
I was going to say all of my belongings because I don't really care about stuff, but
yeah. I mean, I could do without that too.
I don't have money. You're right.
Here, take it.
What little we have, right?
You go into Sizzler, okay? You go into Sizzler.
With a coupon.
Have at it.
Would you rather be able to read minds or move objects with your mind?
I want to read minds.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah. The stuff can stay where it is. I want to know what people are thinking. Particularly, I want to know what people are thinking about me when I enter a room.
I don't care what people are thinking about me.
You and Lori have that gift. You really don't care.
I really don't.
I don't really care what people think about me. Like if you're not like in my circle, I really don't. But if you, I don't like liars. I don't like people lying. So I want to be able to know if someone's lying to me.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be seated on an airplane between a couple that's arguing or next to a crying baby?
Now that is a tough one.
For me, it's easy.
What are you going with?
I'm going crying baby. 1, because it's a baby and the baby cannot help it. 2, that's
True.
what AirPods are for. And if it's an arguing couple, grow the F up.
Well, it's just going to be very awkward.
Yeah, like
and
it's
at
a
least
baby.
If it's a crying baby, like maybe we could just pass them around and see, how it goes. I told you about the time that this is actually the last time I flew when Tess was 3 years old and I was pregnant with Joe. And we went to Disney for my mom's 60th birthday. Oh, I just gave her age away if anybody knows how to compute that. But
that's all right. Listen, your mom's not listening anyway.
That's right. She's not. That's right. So we flew. So Eric, me, Tess, and Joe in my belly flew down with Patty and Mike and their 3 kids. And Gabby was 6 months younger than Tess. So Gabby was like 2.5. Gabby screamed the entire flight down.
Oh my gosh.
The entire flight down. Eric had a newspaper and he was like, he was like, what the fuck? And their Tess was like on her little tablet or whatever, like happy as a clam. Yeah, I felt so bad for Patty and Mike because I would be extremely stressed if that were my kid, But everybody was super, super nice about it.
Because you can't do anything. I mean, they're babies. Yep. It's not like they're doing it on purpose. Like, you just do the best you can do, you know?
Yep. Absolutely.
Listen, I love babies, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it would bother me. I mean, I would offer to walk the baby.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wonder if I did that. I hope I did that for my sister, but...
You were probably like, I'm not with her.
I know. I was probably like this behind Eric's newspaper too.
Okay, next one. Would you rather have your own robot or jetpack?
Oh, I want a jetpack. Well,
I want a robot.
I don't know. Like, will the robot do things for you?
Well, that's what I'm figuring. I think.
Yeah, like go vacuum. Make me a drink. Like, yeah. Go throw the laundry in.
Yeah.
Robot. I changed my mind.
Okay, robot it is.
Yeah. I'll keep driving when I have to go somewhere.
There you go. The old-fashioned way.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Season 7, Episode 10. So you and I yesterday were fortunate enough to go to Barnes & Noble in Brick for Mike the Situation's book signing for Reality Check.
Yes.
It was a beautiful sunny day in New Jersey, which is not normal for this time.
No, and thank God it was, because we stood for, I'd say, about 3.5 hours, right? Well, I think we were 4 hours door to door.
Yes.
So I'm going to say we solidly stood for 3.5 hours, maybe a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Totally worth the wait.
I agree. It was totally worth the wait.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple people in front of us that maybe in like the 2-hour mark left. And I was like, whoa, like, how do you put 2 hours in and then decide to leave? Like,
and you know, what's funny is it didn't feel like the line was moving soon as she left. The line started moving.
I know. I was like,
we met some nice people. We met a nice young man named Michael.
Yes, we did.
Who stood with us for a while and then said that he had to go to the bathroom. And he was gone for about an hour. And I get very nervous. Right. And I'm thinking, if I don't see this kid by the time we leave, I'm going to be a nervous wreck. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And a little while later, we see Michael walking out with his book, and we're like, Michael, what's up? He's like, oh, no, I got online in there quicker. I'm all done. And he left. So Michael was clearly a smooth talker and got to the front of the line somehow.
Yes, he did. And good for Michael.
Good for Michael. And then we met a nice young lady who owns a bakery in Hamilton, KK Sweets.
Yeah, K&K Sweets, yes.
And her mom. And they brought Mike a box of funfetti treats that looked delicious.
And he lit up when he saw them.
Yes, he did.
Which was nice.
Yep.
It was very nice.
Yeah, so I told Eric about that bakery. I told him to stop by it on his way to or from work one time. They were very, very nice.
Yeah, they were very nice. Next time, I don't know about it. Next time we're bringing snacks and chairs.
Oh, and
beverages. Yes. And beverages.
I mean, I drank a huge iced green tea. It was lovely. Would have been better with a little vodka in it, though.
Oh, yes. And I mentioned it to one of my coworkers this morning that, you know, we were out in line. She's like, you should have texted me. I would have come and brought you snacks. I was like, I should have texted you.
Next time you're on the hook.
We'll be texting you.
Next time we'll be texting Lori to come bring us snacks, because you know damn well she's not standing there with us.
That's for sure.
But she'll be happy to bring us snacks and chairs.
Oh yeah, she will be. She'll do
whatever we need her to do.
Yes. So do you want to talk about, let's go into this. So the crew was in Nashville. In the beginning of the episode, they announced that they said the word awkward 237 times.
So funny.
Hysterical. Mm-hmm. So what's going on now is Ron is coming back. That's what's happening in episode 10 is we're waiting for the arrival of Ron and for Sammy to see Ron for the first time. So Ron admits he hasn't seen her in 7 years. Like, that is a long time.
I got to be honest with you. I thought it was longer, because how long has it been since the original? They dated after the original show ended, I guess? Or did they break up then and there?
Yeah, no. They dated because when they were in Miami, they were dating. Miami wasn't the original show.
Oh, that's right.
Miami wasn't the original show.
See, I get so confused because of his book. So Miami wasn't the second season.
No.
I get so confused. After reading his book, I try to put the timeline together and I'm confused, but okay.
All right, and maybe next episode we do on this, I'll get a good timeline for us. How long they were in Seaside. Because honestly, it's been so long, and I watched it from the very beginning. And I will say this. I remember when it first came out in the very beginning, it had that look of old film.
Yes.
And I thought, oh my God, this is the worst production quality I've ever seen. But that was the look of the show.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was like, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this bad quality show. But then the content,
it was MTV, like,
and it wasn't that it was bad quality. It's just that's what their thing was. They wanted it to be like an old movie reel kind of thing.
Right.
And after I started watching it and the content was so good, I was like, oh, I can get over that.
Yeah.
But if I had stopped watching it because of that, I don't know. I wouldn't be here today talking about it.
Exactly.
So the boys go to pick up Ron at the airport, and Snooki decides to take the girls to a studio to, kind of ease Sammy's mind, get her mind off what's going on. And Deena has to leave later on that day, and they're going to write a country song and they're going to record it because they're in Nashville.
Which is what the Jersey Housewives did, remember?
Yes.
See, yes. Snooki and Melissa are very friendly.
Yes.
They both opened stores out there. They live close to each other. Yeah. They both just opened up stores in
New York,
Long Island, right?
Well,
Long Island.
Somewhere, yes,
whatever.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Then, what happens? MVP. So then they get Ron, and now it's RSVP is back, which is nice because I miss them all together. I did.
Yeah.
And Ron looks good. He looks really good. He looks good.
Yeah.
So the boys go to lunch, and Mike is there talking about his gravy and biscuits. And in the South, the biscuit's white, and it comes with the gravy's white and comes with biscuits. So Mike is all over that. Mm-hmm. I have to admit, I do like a Southern biscuit and gravy, that sausage gravy.
Me too.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Me too. We should have Bill make that for us.
He does make it. It's good.
I figured.
Yes, it's good. I will have him make it. The songwriter is taking some of the words that the girls are throwing out of things that happened last night and the name of the bar. I thought they did a great job writing that song.
I did too. Those guys are very talented. Like to do that quickly, I think is very talented.
I do too. I don't remember like the words of the song. I just remember Jersey Shore Tripping is kind of what they called it. But I thought it was catchy.
Yes, for sure.
I don't think they sounded that great, but that's okay. I think it's so funny that Deena thinks she can sing.
I was just thinking the same thing.
And they're all like, yeah, Deena can sing. And I'm like,
I think I can sing too. And then I really can't.
Let's see. So then the girls, this was funny. The girls start playing this game. How much? And they go, JWoww and Snooki say that they used to play this game back in the day, walking down the seaside boardwalk. So the first question is feet pics. And Angelina's like, $10. And the other girls are like, $100. JWoww's like, a Long Island iced tea. I'll show you my feet for Long Island iced tea. I was laughing. The next one was
hysterical.
Boob pics. Angelina's like, $3K. JWoww's like, pay my rent, which is probably, it's $3K.
Equivalent.
Yeah. And then they say, how much to fuck? JWoww's like, well, it depends on what they look like. And, who are we talking about? Angelina says, Donald Trump. Snooki says, he's disgusting. Angelina's like, I'll do it for free.
That fucking blew me away.
What?
That blew me away.
You're going to do it for free?
Because you don't have to. He will pay you. So why are you saying you're going to do it for free?
Why is Angelina doing it for free? I don't know. I just thought it was hysterical. I have no idea how they came up with this game.
Me neither, but I was there for it. That was hysterical.
So Deena's leaving because she has a specialist doctor for CJ that she had been waiting for a long time.
So I never heard that. I know people who have celiac disease, but I only know them to have found out as adults. So I never knew that celiac disease could prevent you from growing as a child.
Well, I guess it does because you're not getting the nutrition that you need. The nutrients aren't being absorbed in your body.
Right.
And that's like a big deal. And honestly, I think that years ago, nobody did know that. I think that's what happened is that, So I'm glad that they're, hopefully they can figure it out and, CJ can be thriving. You know?
Yeah. She's got such a beautiful family.
She really does. She really does. All right, so then the boys are back. They all come back to the house, and they're upstairs, and they're waiting for the girls to come back. And then all of a sudden, the girls arrive. Ron walks up. Ron's standing there. The girls walk up, and he's hugging everyone. And then all of a sudden, he sees Sam, and he's like, "What?
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?"
Like, I feel like that you should have planned that out a little better, maybe. I don't
think there's any way he could have planned it. He could have played that in his head 15,000 times.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have. You just had to be in the moment. And honestly, I don't think he did anything wrong. She didn't want a hug from him.
No,
if
you're right.
To hug her, she probably would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
No, you're right.
I think he did exactly what he should have done in that moment. And I'm sure she probably agrees.
Yeah, I don't think she would have wanted a hug for sure.
No way. No way.
Angelina's happy Ron is there, which, okay. I think she's happy because Ron is there because I feel like she thinks it takes the pressure off her because she's always the one who is like causing the drama.
Yeah, and it drives me crazy because it's not that kind of show. It's not a housewives show. You don't have to. No. You don't have to create drama. Like, we're just here to watch you and your families. But you know what? She doesn't have a husband. She doesn't have kids. So, like, she probably feels like she has to do something to stay relevant. But she doesn't. It's just not. Right. To me, it's not that kind of show. Maybe other people consider it, but to me, it's not. Like, I'm just here to watch them all.
No, I agree. And even when, what did Sammy say to her? You talk too much or something? Yeah. And she was like, "What the fuck?" Like you're gonna start.
Yeah, I do talk too much, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, like give me a break.
But she said something smart to her before that. Like that's why Sammy didn't just say that to say it.
Right, exactly.
She just takes no accountability for anything she does.
She's like poking the bear.
Exactly. She pokes the bear, and then she walks away like, "I didn't do nothing. What the fuck is she talking to me like that for?" Like, just stop.
So then Paulie's like, all right, I'm going to plan a night. I'm going to plan a dinner, and he's going to plan a distraction. And I was like, that's a great idea. Mm-hmm. Like, that was a great idea. Then they're all ready to go. And once again, they're waiting for Angelina. She's the last one to get there. So they pull up to this, I don't even know the name of the place. It was some kind of chicken place. There was a dancing chicken outside. And
I thought they were going to like a cockfighting thing. Because those two guys, they were the big chickens fighting each other. I'm like, oh, we're not going to have to watch that, are we? This is where my head goes.
So they go, it's a chicken place, and they have all different levels of heat on the chicken. So Paulie comes up with the heat contest. There's 5 levels, and there's 5 rounds. And whoever can handle all 5 rounds gets the T-shirt and the $1,000.
And $1,000. Paulie must have put that $1,000 up himself.
I'm sure he did. He did. Mm-hmm. And listen, it was going very well. Even Sammy's like, this is going good. Like, I feel like I'm glad we're doing this until Vinny.
Fucking Vinny, man.
Like,
that
why,
was just
Vinny?
stupid.
Like, why?
And I do think Vinny's very funny, and I do think he's got great one-liners. But come on,
that
man.
wasn't
Read
the time.
The room.
That wasn't the time.
Right.
And the time.
And we didn't find out who won because Jenny was hanging in there. They wanted to hold it.
They want to hold it out for the next episode. That's why we didn't find out who won.
I know, but she was so funny when she got to number 4 and she was like, "Oh, now it's serious." Like, okay, she was so funny with it, but she's really hanging in there.
Well, she's a competitor.
I know. Who do you think's going to win?
I think Mike is going to win.
I think Mike's going to win, too. Who is left as of right now? Is it just Jenny, Paulie, and Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Snooki went out, Vinny and Sam went out basically the first round. The third round, Angelina went out. So, yes.
Oh, and Ron's still in it, too? Ron must still be in it, too.
Yeah, Ron's still in it, too. Yes, he is. Ron's still in it. If you don't stir the pot, the sauce is going to burn. That was Mike's Mike's line there after Vinny's unnecessary comment about
it just was
about the note. It was about the note.
Of
Vinny
course.
makes a joke about the note. Now Sam is pissed because she was distracted and having fun.
Right.
And I don't blame her. I mean,
I don't blame her either. Like, that's got to be so difficult. So difficult. It's just disrespectful.
I agree. I'm looking forward to next week's episode so we can see who wins.
Yeah, for sure.
Sammy just got engaged.
Yes.
Which
did I tell the story on the pod about how I met her boyfriend? Now fiance?
Yes, please do tell.
I can't remember if I told. I can't remember.
I don't think you did. Well, if you did, you're telling it again.
So a couple of weeks ago, I was at our local mall in the Express, and I was getting pants for my son. So I was on the men's side, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Justin, Sammy's boyfriend, and I get very funny when I'm around famous people, which Wendy knows because she has to talk for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say so. I said, are you Sammy's boyfriend? And he was like, yeah. I said, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And I'm so glad she's back on the show. And he said, yeah, she's having fun. And that was it. I let him go on his way. But he was very nice, very, very nice. But, and then right after that, I think it was that weekend they got engaged.
Yeah, I think it was that weekend that they got engaged.
So good. Yeah. That was nice. Congratulations to them.
Exactly. And then we're going to talk about some Bravo news that just came out today.
So much today.
A lot of stuff going on. So Robin Dixon announced that she was fired, which we kind of knew.
Yeah.
Nneka was fired, which is okay.
I mean, listen, she came in way too hot with Wendy, way too hot, but that's why they brought her on. That's why Ashley and Giselle and Robin were acting like she's, the next best thing since sliced bread.
I'm surprised they didn't give her another season, though, to be honest with you. I'm
surprised, too. But we saw what happened to Anne-Marie and Anna Marie on Beverly Hills. So,
Oh, Beverly Hills. Crystal is not coming back. Crystal
I didn't see that.
Yes, she announced it on Instagram. She's not coming back. She was grateful for her 3 seasons, but she's not coming back.
I wonder why.
She didn't say.
I thought she had a great season.
I mean, I think it was her best of the 3, but honestly, I'm not going to miss her.
I'm not going to miss her, but I thought this, just like you said, this was the best of her 3.
Yeah.
She was very vocal about having an eating disorder. So, and stress obviously affects that. So maybe that was part of her decision making. Listen, she clearly don't need the money. So
she doesn't need the money. She probably doesn't need the aggravation.
Exactly.
I think that, I don't know. I've heard a lot of rumblings of other possible Beverly Hills housewives that they may be bringing in the mix. And I'm curious to see where that goes, other celebrities.
Well, how about Bette Midler, really trying to get on the show? She would not fit. I'm sorry. I love Bette Midler, but no.
No, she would not fit. No. She would not fit.
No.
So, okay, what other news? Miami news, Todd filed for divorce from Alexia.
That blew me away.
I mean, it really doesn't surprise me because it didn't seem like a good match, to be honest with you. I didn't really like him. I got
I didn't like him at
vibes,
all, but
creepy vibes.
He's Louis.
Yeah.
He's Louis.
They said he was after the money. They were renting. They're still renting. I mean, I don't know.
So her ex-husband, her first husband was a big drug dealer, right? That cowboy, whatever that show was about.
Yeah.
He was involved in that. So he don't have no money because I think he's in jail or just out of jail or whatever.
Right.
Her second husband had a shit ton of money.
Herman.
So do we think she has Herman's money? Did she, we need to, I'm going to do a deep dive. Did Herman have kids from a prior relationship? Did they get his money? Who got Herman's money? Because if she got Herman's money,
I think she may have, but
well, then
I don't know.
What the hell is she renting for?
I don't know.
They all do that. They do. Remember on OC, everybody was like, you could say what you want about Gina's small condo. She's the only one who owns. Although Emily must own her house.
Well, but Emily's parents or in-laws are very wealthy.
Exactly.
It's not
But maybe
Emily.
maybe she just rents to rent, Alexia.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So if she's got Herman's money, then why is she making that decision?
I don't know. We need to find that out, though. We need to find that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research.
What other news was there?
Candace is pregnant.
Oh, that's right. Candace is pregnant. She had already announced that she wasn't coming back.
So people on social media were like, oh, she didn't quit. She got fired. I don't think she got fired. I think she quit. She's pregnant. She's starting her family. She don't need this bullshit with Giselle and Robin.
No, she doesn't. And I watched Potomac last night, the final part of the reunion. Did you watch it?
Was only 2 parts? Oh, no. We've
3.
seen 2 parts. I have not watched the third one yet.
So I'm just going to give you this one bit in the very beginning.
Go ahead. I'll still watch it, but you talk about what you want.
In the very beginning, G is there, and they allude to it in the preview. He wants to make an announcement to everybody there, and he said some people know, but not everybody knows. And I was actually very shocked by his announcement. He announced that he was recently diagnosed with bipolar 1, and it's very severe. And by recently, he means like within the last 2.5 years. And what he was saying is it's very, very extreme. He's like, if there was a bipolar 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, I would have it. He goes, my manics are so manic that it's just off the chart. So apparently what was happening when he was having all those problems with the business and his family, he was in one of those manic states.
Mm-hmm. Which is why they took away his position.
His position. They just took away his position.
Right. His decision-making position.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. Also, he and, Mia was there and she was crying. She was very, she loves him.
I do think they still love each other. I do.
And, he was saying that Andy asked him, like, do you know when these manic episodes are coming on? And he's like, I don't, but Mia does. So Mia does. And he was in the hospital for, he went and checked himself in the hospital. She drove 70 miles. She went and visited him every day. She brought him clothes. Like, she's there for him. Then Giselle says, like, this is why I can't stand Giselle. Giselle says, well, we're really worried about you, Gordon. So if you and Mia aren't together, like, who's going to take care of your mental health? Mia's like, I'm always going to be here for Gordon. I'm always going to be here. But why is Giselle asking that question? Like, seriously, he opens up about a serious medical condition that has a stigma to begin with.
Exactly.
And then Giselle has to come up with, well, who's going to take, like, trying to make Mia look bad.
Exactly. Because that's what she does.
Yeah. And Mia's like, I'm always going to be here for G, He's the father of my kids.
Yeah.
And then
he's moving across the street from her, right? Like,
yes. And then Andy asked, how his relationship is with the boyfriend. And he said, yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
So I wonder if Mia comes back next season, are we going to see G or are we going to see Ink? I hope we still see G because I really like him, especially with Karen and Ray, because that's how they got on the show, right? Karen and Ray kind of, because they were friends.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I do. And like I said, I think Mia had a great season. I like Mia. I didn't like her when she first came on. But I grew to really like her. I really do.
This shines her in a very good light. And listen, Frank Catania, Dolores Catania, Paulie, and Brittany, like, they're doing it. They're all on the show. They need to make Brittany a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
And they really need to. But if they can do it, Potomac can do it. Like, bring G, bring Ink, bring all your boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoever else you got in the background.
Absolutely. And just get rid of Giselle, please.
Oh my
please
God,
get rid
please
of
get rid of Giselle. Seriously, just get rid of Giselle. I'll even say keep Ashley if you get rid of Giselle. Because Ashley doesn't bother me all that much, but she is messy as fuck. But you can keep Ashley if you get rid of Giselle. She's just a bitter bitch. She's jealous.
Yeah.
She's just jealous of all of them. The way she treated Monique, the way she treated Candace, the way she treated Wendy. It's the young successful either in their own right or the men they're married to. And I don't mean to demean any of them, but I'm just saying, like, Monique was a wife and a mom, but she married a man who had a great portfolio. I feel terrible that they got divorced too, Chris and Monique, because I feel like his mother had a lot to do with that, and that was terrible. But Wendy came in. She is smart, accomplished. Like, Giselle can't handle it.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Potomac goes on pause.
Right.
I mean, because I think there's a little bit rebuilding that needs to go on there.
For sure.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Was that it for news? Was there any other news that came out recently?
I mean, I think that's it. I mean, that's a lot. That was a lot, especially around Potomac. But the Alexia and Todd thing, I don't know why I'm so surprised, because he does remind me so much of Louis. And listen, I don't like Teresa, but I don't wish ill on anybody. But you know that's going to happen with them. So she was at Coachella with standing near Taylor Swift. I mean, she certainly wasn't there with her, but all those pictures Louis posted looks like they're there together and they're partying together. So they're still in LA. He's trying to position her to move on to bigger and better things from Housewives. I don't think Teresa's coming back next season. And I'm going to say, I don't know if it's going to be her decision or Bravo's decision, but I don't think she's coming back next year, because I think Louis filling her head with, you're bigger than this, you're bigger than this, you're bigger than this. And I think it's going to implode. But she'll play the victim and they'll probably put her right back on the show if that happens. And then we'll have to hear all about how Louis took advantage of her.
It's possible. I mean, it's definitely possible. I think my allergies.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I didn't even open the windows today on this beautiful day. I didn't even open them because of the pollen.
Yeah. I think our next episode that we do with Lori, we should talk to her about doing more of a deep dive on the whole Diddy thing, because there's more coming out.
Way more.
The Corey Gamble angle, Kris Jenner, Oprah
I
Winfrey.
Didn't even hear about that.
Obama.
What's Oprah saying?
Well, no, it's not that she's saying. Yeah, yes. So I think that next episode we'll have Lori do a little bit of digging. Yeah, and our non-housewives episode we'll dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, let's do it, because there's so much more, and people want to hear about it for sure.
Yeah.
I want to hear about it.
Yeah, I think we're the ones to tell it. I think. Listen,
do too.
I think it's our job. If anybody's
going to do it, I think we should do it.
All right, so we can end with a quote. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle.
Very good.
So just something to think about.
Yep. You have to have faith in the good times and the bad. I pray every morning and I thank God for my blessings, and then I thank him for my trials. And I always say, and you know that's very hard for me.
And I think it's hard for everybody.
Difficult. It's very difficult to thank God for your trials, but that is what we shall do.
Yes.
So
until next time, thank you for watching and listening to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
Bye.